everybody and welcome back to the Get Back Into Golf series ready for the 2018 golf season. Today's refresher ready for the season is all about chipping setup and how we can promote a good chipping action around the green. So before we talk about setup and how we can promote a good action through the ball, let's just firstly refresh ourselves of how we can choose our clubs around the green. Now, a lot of people use far too much loft around the green. Now, in some cases, this might be the club that needs to be used, but very often we can probably use a pitching wedge, 7-iron, 9-iron in order to allow that ball to roll out more. This season in 2018, I want it to feel like, how can I get that ball rolling on the green earlier? So let's really start trying to use our pitching wedges, 9-irons and 7-irons when we're around the green. And guess what? If the ball's rolling like a putt, then you've got more chance of holing it. So you're going to see more chip-ins, lower scores, and ultimately lowering that handicap. So how do I kind of determine my club? So I really kind of use a reference point, 2 to 3 yards on the green, my landing area, or the first available flat spot. And then from there, I would choose my club selection. So if the flag's further away, I'd use my 7-iron to roll it out more. If the flag's closer to me, I'd use my pitching wedge for less rollout. So that's simply how can we justify what club we're using around the green. Can I get that ball rolling towards the hole like a putt? That's what I want you to do in 2018 golf season. Let's talk about how we can stand to this golf ball correctly. So let's talk through those refreshers of how we can stand to this chip correctly. So firstly, I want you to take a grip of this golf club, not right at the end, so not towards the butt end, and not right towards the shaft end. I want you to take your grip right in the middle of the golf club. It's going to help control the head and control the speed and the sentence of strike. So from there, I want you to take a stance that's just wide of club head width apart. Then from there, instead of just putting our weight on the left side, I want you to feel like you're going to go into your left pocket. So I'm going to go into my left pocket, my weight's now on my left side, and my shoulders have maintained level. I've not gone weight on my left side and promoted this angle here with the shoulders. I want you to feel like I'm going to go take into my left pocket, take hold of the golf club, weight's now on my left side, my stance is correct. And then from here, I want you to feel like instead of this butt of the club being too extreme, just feel like it's going to be on your left belt rung. So the setup points there are grip in the middle, weight on the left side going into the left pocket with the hand to get that. Then from there, the butt of the club is pointing on my left belt rung for a right-handed player and on my right belt rung for a left-handed player. So the belt rung just target side. So this is going to promote just a little bit of shaft lean, weight on the left side, and really going to help us promote that hitting down action onto the golf ball and that bottom of the arc happening just past the golf ball. A lot of people would stand to that golf ball with a too wide stance, weight on the right side, promoting a bit of a scooping action and inconsistencies of strike, distance control around the green. So simple setup, you can see how quick I've got into that setup, so it's not a lot of thought out on the golf course. It's just simply grip in the middle, stance just wider club width apart. I'm going to go into my left pocket, weight's on my left side now. I'm in that perfect position. So you can see how quickly I got into that setup. It was really simple. Now, the final key point of that setup is that a lot of people would stand to this golf ball very much like they're going to hit a full shot. So club really far away from them, sort of in that posture where you don't look like you're going to control that club head speed and you're going to control that shorter shot. I want you to feel like this shaft angle, instead of it feeling low like a normal shot, I want you to feel like it's a little bit higher, so almost like the toe is going to be into the ground and the heel's off the ground. This is going to help get us close to the golf ball and then get into those perfect setup characteristics we talked about previously. So let's run through that, how you can get into it quickly out on the golf course. Simply stand towards that golf ball a little bit closer, shaft a little bit higher. Grip in the middle of the golf club, and I want you to feel like instead of just getting the weight on the left side, pushing our hips there, go into that left pocket, get the weight on that left side. Then we're in that perfect position with the feet just wider club width apart and ball position in the middle. Then from there, we're going to help promote that downwards hit and bottom of the arc just past the golf ball. And this setup is key because it's the same throughout the shot. So same for 7-iron, same for pitching wedge, same for 9-iron. Like we said previously, the only thing that would change is the trajectory. The setup stays the same and the trajectory changes with the golf club that we used. So let's now talk through how we got that perfect efficient setup and how we can help promote a good action through the golf ball. So we've got that perfect setup, let's talk about where people go wrong. So a lot of people that do get into this good setup would then start feeling that in order to chip the golf ball correctly, the hands would work independently, start scooping the golf ball, or then the arms would work independently of the body too. I simply want you to feel that this zip helps determine where this club head moves. If you felt as if this zip was an extension of your club face, so it moves back with the club face and then through with the club face, you'd help promote a better strike, better control of the club face, and ultimately more up and downs around the green. So simply, the feeling I want you to help create is that your body, your upper body and your arms are working all together. The arms aren't independent, the hands aren't independent, it's a complete move together. So on the way back, it's just to control the upper body, and then feeling like on the way through, this zip is an extension of your club face through impact. So it's simply, imagine if my chest stayed at the golf ball through impact, it's a lot more of an armsy, more wristy swing. If it then moves together, you can see how my body's going, following the club face, helping determine how that club face moves through the shot. And ultimately, if we can do that and we can control it with our body, we can control the speed at which this club head hits the golf ball. And if we can do that, we can control distance, we can control spin, and ultimately have more control around the green. If we don't feel our arms to be independent and our hands to be independent, that's then when we hit that one that felt good but was a little bit short, or felt good and was a little bit long. So you can see where the inconsistencies, even from good shots, would come from. So it's simply, let's get into that setup. So stance just in a short little in club head width apart, shaft a little bit higher, feel like I'm going to go into my left pocket to get away on my left side, gripping the club in the middle of the grip, and then from here, just feeling like my upper body works together with the golf club. So through impact, my zip is a continuation of my club face. So imagine there's a line and they were connected by a piece of string. Through impact, they're going to stay the same all the way through. So from there, I'm going to really have some nice control how we're going to chip this shot. Let's have a go. So you can see from there, I've got a nice crisp bruising action on the golf ball, allowing me to hit that nice chip and run out. Now, this is where I'm going to reiterate again, the feeling, the setup is exactly the same no matter what club you use around the green. So a 7-iron would be the same feeling, it'd just be a little bit shorter back and a little bit shorter through it in order to advance that ball with a lower trajectory and more rollout. So you can see, once you've got those setup fundamentals, once you've got that feeling of the body and arms working together, not the arms independent, you can see how your short game can become very sharp, very crisp, very quickly. So ready for the 2018 season, you've got your setup points, you've got your feelings you can take straight out onto that golf course and get those great scores this season. Thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. If you've not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Thanks very much and see you soon.